Did you know that in most cases in America, there are a little more than 25% that contain false accusations and testimonies, that of 330 people put away based on forensic evidence, about 71% of them were innocent. Around 2% to 10% of people are falsely accused and go to prison. An example of one of these tragedies occurred in Australia in the 1980s. The justice system wrongfully convicted a mother for killing her baby, a case commonly known as the Dingo Trials. Lindy and Michael Chamberlain were convicted for murder, killing their 10-week-old baby, Azaria. Or so we thought.
On August 13, 1980, the Chamberlain family left their home and arrived late August 16th to the Ayer Rock. The next night, Lindy heard cries from the tent and went over to see a dingo running off, her son crying, and Azaria missing. The cops were called, and the search party was sent out, but nothing was found. There were suspicions of foul play through the lack of evidence to back up Lindy's story by the coroner autopsies, the lack of emotion from the parents, and the dingo expertise testifying that dingoes weren't harmful to humans. Because of this, Lindy was sent to prison for 4 years, then later released in 1988 and dismissed in 2012. The false testimonies involved were the dingo experts and the coroner autopsies. The dingo experts made false claims about the nature of the dingoes, like how they weren't harmful to humans and couldn't run off while holding 10 pounds in their mouth. There were no tests to prove this, but were trusted because of their so-called expertise. The second cause were the autopsies performed on Azaria and the dingoes, which weren't expected very well and were looked at with set biased views through talk and spread of false information. These pieces of evidence weren't thoroughly searched and led the jury to think that Lindy was guilty. The prosecution's final argument was that there was blood found in the car of the Chamberlains, which is where Azaria placed at the time that the search for her was going on, and that the parents didn't have the normal response a parent would have to losing a child. There was also the witness testimony that stated that there were no dingo or babies heard cried in the group. The defense final argument was that a mother would not kill her own baby, and there was also no clear data that the blood found in the car was Azaria's, and most of the forensic data had not been reliable enough to back up the stories told by the prosecutors. The false testimonies involved
A similar case in the past that had fallen short to false accusations was the Salem witch trials. Similarities between the two cases are unparalleled. Both cases had flawed justice systems, falsely convicted, unreliable evidence, and the public was quick to trust the prosecutors and spread false rumors like wildfire. However, there are some differences between the two cases, the biggest difference being that in the Dingo trial, Michael and Linda Chamberlain were in jail for 6 years before they were released. In the Salem witch trials, the accused were in jail, but 20 of the accused were hanged before the judges and the public realized that the accusations were false.
From the Dingo case to the Salem witch trials, we have learned that judges, police officers, and the public are flawed when deciding a person's life. The public were quick to trust the evidence and not trust what the accused were saying. This led to many wrongful convictions, but we should learn from these cases and try to grow the justice system to further prevent false convictions in the future.